Hello, people. I hope you are doing well. We are going to play some more Bazaar today, and we've got a Vanessa game coming up. It's going to be the first time I'm playing Vanessa on the channel. I think she is a bit weaker than the pig, and she is probably my least favorite of the three. But let's see what we can build. Now, from our starting items, we do not have great options, to be honest. Clamorer is just not strong enough, I would say, as an item itself. And it's mostly like a tech piece that starts maybe like a slow synergy or something. Seashell, Aquatic got a bit of a nerf. Barrel's been nerfed. And yeah, I played a lot of Aquatic when it was the Infinite patch. So let's go Bayonet. Not the best item either, but if we attach it to something that goes off fairly regularly, could be good. And for that reason, maybe we fight the Fanged Inglet and we put the Bayonet on a Fang. The other option is maybe a Langjean. And then we have Duct Tape, but I don't know how well Vanessa can scale the shielding on a Duct Tape, to be honest. So let's go. Let's go Kyber Drone. I've been enjoying the Langjean, and yeah, also has a nice skill that synergizes with slow. You can make some slow builds work just off the scaling of this. So yeah, Vanessa got some early game buffs. Got some extra damage in the beginning, some extra crit chance on some items. But she maybe needs a little bit more. Maybe not so much in the early game, but you know, perhaps she needs I don't know, maybe some buffs to ammo, maybe some other payoff options for ammo builds, maybe better recharging options. She did get buffs to that little staff that reloads, so it's a step in the right direction, but I think ammo builds can still sometimes struggle. And speaking of ammo, we have Colts. I mean, I guess we have to go Colt if we want any chance of winning. Else we concede day one and we just go Fun. I think even if we go Colt, our chance of winning is just not the best, because the ammo items are sadly gonna just run out of reload options, you know. So maybe like you, Cannon is a pretty black item. Rerolling is 4 as well, so I guess we just take the Cannon. Maybe some leftmost damage. Crit is not bad, but I think the only chance we win is if we get leftmost damage on a revolver, or rightmost on the bayonet or something. So I think I'm gonna sadly pass on you, and we missed on damage. So it's maybe just the weapon ability. Poison, you have pufferfish, but let's just take arms dealer. It will give us a bit of max health. Do we apply the crit already? Yeah, maybe, but you know, I'm not feeling it. I think we're gonna leave it for now. These are not necessary items I want to take too far into the game with me. I think Cannon is definitely too weak. I think we just lose this. Pufferfish is just gonna sadly build up the poison, and I don't think we have enough damage to get through this region. Maybe if it takes long enough, we go into Sandstorm and it's maybe like a round of a tie. Also, if I crit, it would be nice. Okay, a crit for a reload. This is like one of the tensest level 1 fights I've had. Come on. Crit. Oh, no crit, but Sandstorm. Oh, missed it by just a hair. I would love for the recap to show number of crits so we can just get an idea of if we got lucky or unlucky. Who's sort of favored in that fight. Alrighty, so next. Next we go Kina. If we don't find something that strengthens our position right now, we might struggle in the PvE fight, and we might be forced to take the leftmost one. But also we only have 8 gold, so it's not like we're gonna be able to get something crazy. So I'm thinking we grab the gold and XP here, and hopefully the next shop is a bit more interesting. Maybe a weapons shop or something. Health, shield, and toughness shop. Oy vey. A barrel. Do we have any aquatic here? These are not aquatic. Shield 4. Pooh, I don't even know if I want to buy these. I suspect the barrel is just maybe not good enough anymore. Or maybe it's just an angle where I take all these and it gives me something at least. Yeah, maybe that's the option, because I just feel... Oh, a little disconnect. What I'm thinking right now is our current position is just far too weak. We don't have enough burst to kill someone, and then we run out of ammo. So maybe we just get like a small defensive option. And non-weapon item, okay. I mean, I like the bolus for how much damage it does, but perhaps this is just the better option. And can we beat Covetous with this setup? I'm thinking we can, actually, and getting Shadow Cloak would be really nice. So maybe we give it a shot. This might be even a case where you crit chance on the barrel. But let's greed it.
Fresh roadkill.
I think we outscale the concealed dagger. The problem is if he gets like a fat crit into the fight. Okay, we've done a bit of damage, but... Okay, we're about keeping even with his concealed dagger against our barrel. Okay, no crits, no crits. No crits. Okay. And I don't think he'll get another chance, so... Very nice. So we would love to see a Shadow Cloak, and... Grindstone is also good. It's a very average selection. So nothing we care about buffing with Lickets. Let's hit up a JJ. And also nothing like nothing really screaming out to me to buy. You could maybe take Shovel for some econ. Maybe it gives you some aquatics to sort of strengthen this setup. But I really don't feel like playing aquatic, I'm going to be honest. So re-rolling is rough, especially this early. So I think we maybe just skip for the next shop. We'll grab... Ooh. Bronze aquatic is safer. But like I said, I don't want to go your traditional pufferfish build. But we might have to just lean into this for now. Okay, when you use an adjacent aquatic, you're faster. And throw in a bolus. Ooh, going to the weapon shop, I feel like there's a good chance we just don't really get anything that sets us up for success. We don't have a lot of gold to re-roll. So I'm wondering if we just take the income here. It's a safe option. Maybe we just concede day 2. You know what? Let me go shop. And my thinking is maybe this defensive option is something. So let's go Cutlass. Cutlass does feel better this patch. And I'd say because Fiery and Poison scale off damage now, that it does make it more interesting. One ammo grenade. If I had the horn to reload, maybe it's more interesting. But maybe it's a Cutlass angle. No, nothing to scale the Cutlass, sadly, but maybe we find something to scale the Cutlass. It does 20 at 5, and it double hits with the bayonet. Yeah, and we're not a burst build, so like trying to burst off.
Use it well. Make me proud.
Trying to burst off the ammo items is maybe not a good idea. I think I'm fine with putting crit on here, because you might stay later into the game. Maybe we get rid of the jellyfish and we take the 10% crit. I think that's better. Like, that poison is irrelevant. And worst case, we get rid of this, but we have a fight where it's got 10%. Don't want to sell anything else. And, you know, I think we have... we could beat a pig. Sometimes pigs can miss. If he's got a Ganjo, we would probably insta-lose off a Ganjo. First item I hover over is a Ganjo. So yeah, this one is definitely a loss. Silver Ganjo, plus he's got a longbow. We will sadly be outscaled in that regard. Ganjo very strong this patch. Even at bronze, does a lot of work. Can carry the first few fights. And yeah, double scaling of Tuskhelm. Usually an item you're not like too happy to see, but with double scaling, it is nice. And yeah, we did okay. We had a very black board. So now we are hoping on day 3 and 4 to maybe take it from a black board to more serviceable. Okay, so we can sell our mediums at Midsworth, which would be nice. We get an extra 4 gold and a flagship. So flagship is definitely something we can build around. We've got... what does it want? So it wants friend. We've got friend. We've got ammo. We can get a property. So yeah, let's get the cove for the property. Let's sell definitely the mediums. And we maybe even sell the cutlass at Midsworth, because we're gonna... I think we're going towards a flagship. So let's... flagship, we need 12. So do we just lock it in now? I think we just lock it in now. So let's grab the flagship. And I want to put the property in and an ammo. Probably a bolus. Okay, so that's something. Do we sell the barrel? Let's sell the barrel. I don't want to run barrel. We would like a different property, probably a crow's nest. And a different ammo item that actually has maybe utility. Get a slow item or go to small friend. I think... let's keep the money now and rather spend it on the later hours. So let's get the slow item. It is a friend, but I like the crit on this friend. Now, do we have enough strength to beat the Aetherite? I think so. They don't really have scaling. And we have damage to clear the shield. Yeah. So I think our flagship will just pretty much solo her. If we get rigged, one of the best skills in the game, I'd say. So, yeah. Definitely like one of the best monster skills you can find early. And yeah, I think this fight is only bad if you don't have Like damage, because without damage you can't break the shield. And the shield will just hit you for
Knew that would happen.
an
Didn't
absolute
care.
truckload. I should say they do have some scaling, but not a crazy amount. So force field. Unlikely we run a force field,
Waiting to
but
be filled.
maybe worth keeping around, you know. Upgrade or bronze skill. So you could upgrade the cove and maybe the defense is a bit more sizable. That's one thinking. What else would we consider upgrade? The pet rock probably takes you to 15% crit, right? Yeah, 15. It's something, but is this something you'd run the whole time? Maybe not, because if you go a crow's nest, you don't want two weapons. So that's why I'm thinking maybe not pet rock. Because if we got a crow's nest, I think we definitely run it over the cove. So leading towards cove. Do we grab a skill? I think it's a cove angle. I think this is good enough.
Keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Some decent shielding. Now, 11 gold. Worth going to the shop for? I think so. The last piece we are looking for is a tool.
Make deals, not war.
Aquatic. Illusoray. I'm not crazy for. I would rather take the crit chance. Would we reroll? I think we'd reroll maybe to hit a tool. And we did find a tool. Probably one of the best ones we could have found with the flagship. Okay, so now for this flagship, we're gonna want to find crow's nest is good, and also more ways to scale it, more ways to haste it. It goes well with the wheel. That goes down to 2-second cooldown and haste adjacent. So yeah, these are things we want to keep an eye out for. So large shops, medium shops, quite good. Let me just check. Is Captain's Wheel a tool? It is a tool. Okay. So that is a good item to look for. Aquatic. Another flagship. Another flagship. Probably not. Could we win like a day 4 fight? Potentially. Let's check. We got an item. We got a camera. So I'm thinking of just selling everything and maybe even selling the camera. It's nice to keep as a tech piece, but we could just buff up the cove. Do we ever see Vanessa's run force fields? I think we do, with like a turtle shell build. So it might be a reason to hold on to it for just a few more days. Even though we could sell it. I think the likelihood we make a slow build is a bit lower. So I think we'll take camera out. And sell everything, I think. Just for some cove strength.
My fight isn't with you.
Okay, so this day 3 is a lot better. Like I said, day 2 we had to find something to sort of give us some legs, and we did find something. Langjan, no crit. That's good to see. And I suspect we win this. But there is healing coming out from the seaweed. Sadly, a bit too slow. Interesting build he's got. He definitely needs some sort of a defensive option. You know, he would like to get rid of Langjan and get some shielding in there. Just so he has time to build up the defense. $19 gold. I think that's shop worthy. Or we could just XP max and look at the shops later on. So we've got 5 on everything. Crow's Nest is the big one. I don't play this build too often to know exactly what I should be looking for here, but... yeah. I think let's XP max. And then mediums.
If I don't have
Maybe the
reason,
captain's wheel.
I'll help you
There
find
is the
me a
captain's
turn.
wheel. So I suspect we will have to cut something. So I think we maybe cut the bolus and the bayonet. We maybe position you like this. And then we take you like
Oh,
this.
I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
How does that look? I think that's good, honestly. Yeah. Do we care about rerolling? Probably not. I don't know if you can actually hit the same item twice in a shop, so unlikely. And I'm guessing we would like a pop snappers. That's like ammo plus friend. It would give us, yeah, the last one there. I think that's a Vanessa item as well, a small one. Okay, so you've got haste potion, which I quite like. But probably not necessary now that we've got captain's wheel hasting. And I'm not a big retiree fan, so let's take on Technovirus, and I'm pretty sure we beat Technovirus without a lot of struggle. They will destroy our smalls eventually, but what can you do? I think I'd rather just have the extra damage coming in. Consideration you can make is to remove your slow items and they don't get to destroy them, but I wanted the extra damage from the honing steel. Virus, definitely don't want to run that.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Okay, would be nice if we could hit that, but it's unlikely. So you just have 10 regen. Is probably good enough. It's kind of like having... I like to compare it to items. So like imagine a 5-second cooldown item that heals you 50, you know. It's not too bad. But it doesn't scale. And you know, hitting damage, hitting crits could be good. I think skills are also a bit better than like a pig, for example. On Vanessa. Let's just take the regen. We get a skills option again. I think I'll take that. We get another attempt. Your weapons have for each ammo. Okay. I think this is sadly a reroll angle. These don't do anything now, and it might not do anything for the rest of the game. And I also don't want to take it and then force myself into maybe a weaker version of this, just so I can get the 20 damage. So I think I'll reroll. Okay, crit is something. Chance we poison, probably not. So let's just take the crit. Gold, I think, is also an okay option. We hit up the shops, probably, or we gain 50 max health. I think the shops is probably better. Ooh, are you a tool? You aren't a tool, but you give damage a bit better than this tool. But at the same time, there's a flagship. This is very tricky. So this is 16. So if we sell you, we got a 14. Okay, we can get both, actually.
Now, if that doesn't work out for you,
Yes, and this is better damage scaling than the honing steel. So we take honing steel out. We don't sell it, though, because it has a tool tag. And that might be relevant later into the game. So let's get rid of virus. I think there's like a 0% chance we're on virus. We move Petrock here. We don't have any sort of leftmost, rightmost. So yeah. Nice setup. Don't want to sell to just reroll. And yeah, we're in a good spot. We just maybe need to find some ways to scale this a bit better.
I'm a bit of a legend on
I think an
Bazaar.
extra second of
Go
haste
ahead,
on the wheel would be nice.
underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
And maybe a better large item. Langjean, 34 crits.
Defeat does not defeat
Sadly,
me.
too slow. Vanessa's amulet buffed, I think. And they fixed it to now work on weapons. I'm quite a Vanessa's amulet fan. It's something I even transitioned to later into the game. I've got like a single slot open. Can throw in an amulet there, get like 30-40% crit. It's pretty nice. Okay, very low money, so let's grab the XP. Also means we get to hit level 6 before the PvE fight, but we are a bit strong, so don't think it will matter too much. A shielded water wheel. Probably not what we want. Submarine is just weaker than what we currently have, so this is a pass. And it's probably silver loot. And yeah, we just throw this on you. We have enough HP to beat Flame Juggler, but Trash Town Mayor, 2 fantastic skills, and is also an exceptionally easy fight. I would like to see them actually buff this fight, considering how, you know, good these skills are. We would prefer weaponry, as that could... If we get weaponry, we maybe have the build sort of locked in. Like, we have the option to... You know, once we get to day 10, 11, 12, we probably have enough damage. Sell you. Probably didn't need to sell it so early, but... where do we go? Let's look at aquatic items. I think we want the water wheel upgraded most. Would we re-roll to potentially hit a water wheel? Cove? I don't know how long we keep Cove in, but 4 gold, potentially hit the water wheel. I think it's worth it. Dock lines. I think it sadly takes up too much space right now, and I think we want the haste over the slow. But I think this has become a better item these past few patches. During the infinite meta, slow just felt like it was in a bad spot. But thankfully they toned down the infinites and it's doing better. Okay, so we can grab the 1 XP, but we won't hit 7, which is slightly unfortunate. Would be nice to upgrade the captain's wheel before this fight. The other option is we spend 5 gold and get 10 damage on the flagship, which is essentially 40 damage because of the moldy cost. And I think that is probably better than potentially finding a medium. Also, what I guess is now nice with the water wheel is fiery and poison enchants got buffed, so yeah, not too sad if you hit those in at level 10 or something. A drill build is a bit early. He has slow off the multi-tool. Oh, even though it's early, it looks like he's still winning with it. Very nice. So he had Tiny Dancer, very good skill, and he also had a augmented weaponry, but at 1 damage. So he got 1,300 off the drill. So he's in quite a good spot, huh? I think with maybe things nerfed around the drill, it's quite a good item to go for. He's also got a gold, quite a few golds. And I think we're about the same level. I think him showing 7 is bugged. But yeah, a bit unfortunate we lost that one. I think we're fairly strong at this stage, but he's just a tad stronger. Okay, Andy, maybe a pop snappers would be nice. Do we care about reloading anything? A reloaded haste potion, maybe. It's just overall a very nice item. If you ever pivot into like a boulder, maybe could reload the boulder. But if you're at the point where you're reloading a boulder, like I'm thinking we just buy it and we keep it, because they are, yeah. I think I'm just gonna keep it. And do we re-roll to find something? Nah. I think we want the crow's nest. So here is probably a water wheel upgrade, yeah. Get it to 2 seconds on the haste. And ammo items. Pop snappers maybe, but I think I would prefer to find a fight. Ooh, that is a good fight.
Make me
Would love bonk. Spices is an ammo item. So it does have some synergy, but we would have to get rid of our maybe lower damage weapons to run it. Very nice. I think they should maybe tweak this fight a bit, maybe make it a bit more difficult. Definitely considering how strong bonk is. So we got spices. So there is an argument to potentially do that. What about this? Worse scaling, but then you get the big... You hit like a big... what's it, like 100? But every time you go off, you're gaining 24. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm also wondering if we just haste the spices. I don't think the shields is doing too much on the cove, to be honest. I wonder if you... No. We want to keep the spices damage high. Okay. Ooh, Mr. Infernal. Are we strong enough to beat Mr. Infernal? My gut is telling me no. Do you have like 1,800 health or something? Let's go have a look. Infernal. So Infernal's at 1.9. And you'll probably hit me twice with the greatsword. Kill me in like 18 seconds. Doesn't have heal. No defensive options. I have been hit with the fire core crit at like 1%, 2%. And it did insta-kill me, essentially.
Sails down, anchors up.
Huh.
Just waiting for your command.
I think it's maybe too risky. It takes me how many shots to kill you? If we go up to like 200... Maybe we just risk it for the content? You know what? Let's risk it for the content. If we miss, you know. We tried. I think the spices turned it into a fight we could potentially win. And we did clear him pretty well. Okay. I think the spices added a lot more like upfront damage. Oh, lovely. Definitely going to be using that. Okay. If you have a vehicle. You are a vehicle. Okay, I like that. It does something. If you had a vehicle. It's not too common you have a vehicle, but I like that. We got a lot of money, so I think we go to Quicksell. And we're looking for, like, the higher we get this damage, the more value we get from spices. So that's something to keep in mind.
You're huge.
Oh, something else I didn't think about is we can actually reload the spices. I think that's actually better. Wait. Hopefully no one in the comments is saying, yo, reload the spices, man. That's actually way better. I did not think of that. Glad I saw it, though. Would have been very sad if I missed that completely. So there is an argument to potentially just like put in utility here. But we'd want a smaller property. I don't think Vanessa has like medium properties, does she? And we want like maybe a non-attacking friend. In which case the amulet would be nice. So I'm thinking if we find a non-offensive friend, we will run the amulet.
I guess I made a sale.
So yeah, let's do that and reroll. I think we could reroll. That is a non-offensive friend. So I think is it Cove out, crit in with an illusory, and else you are shielding every 2.6. You're shielding 48 right now. It's something, but I think maybe my strategy is I need to kill them as fast as possible. So like shield is not really what we're looking at. So, but this is a gold illusory. And I say that because it's a lot of money to invest in like a potential pivot out of this cove.
On behalf of the Grand Society of blah blah
But let's do it. Quick sell. And yeah, probably mysterious portal. Diamond tier items. Wow.
Cheap knockoffs.
Okay.
Like himself.
That is something. So there's two options here. There's one where we take all this damage, which then buffs the spices, which is crazy. There's another which is like dock lines. As the game goes on, that utility is just through the roof. I think shipwreck is going to be too expensive, and like an extra multicast is not the biggest deal here. It does give you a captain's wheel multicast, but that's also like eh. Where's the 100 damage on you? Whew. This is a very tricky decision between Dark Lines and Figurehead. I think I'm going to lean towards the Figurehead. And maybe the thinking is, one, we like double dip with spices. And two, maybe we can't afford for the game to go on super late. Like, you take a Dark Lines, okay, it's good in those later fights. The strength of that slow is crazy. But you're still just going to lose to the pigs, I think. But damn, 4 items slowed for 3 seconds. That just feels huge. This is so tricky. Okay, well, let's buff out the cove a little bit. And if we run figurehead, we're taking you out and we're putting you in, right? For a figurehead. I think so. And then I'm leaning towards the figurehead, to be honest. Is it time to get rid of you? I think so. Then we sell you. And I think it's figurehead. And I think we run it like that just to get the damage on the thing. Like, another option is cooldown, but I think currently the damage is too good. And yeah, we definitely can't afford the diamond dock lines as well. Okay, we go with that. Illusory is nice and slow now. Well, nice and fast at 4 seconds. Okay, we are in a very strong spot. We have to find opponents that are a lot stronger. Double whammy this early is probably too early. Does he have crit on it? He does not. So he has to hit me twice with it, right? And it got slowed, which is very rough. How many times does spices go off, actually? Was that twice? It was. Sheesh. Okay, that is quite a combo. Alright, if we see a ship in the shop, it's going to cost 24, so we can't buy it. And there's probably no other item we want right now. Like, I can't imagine anything currently beating this. There is in the back of your mind, you have to consider maybe we do like some sort of boulder pivot. But I think it's also too early to consider that. If we see like a star charts, maybe we pick it up for the potential pivot, but do we just look for a tool? I mean, you're a tool, so yeah. Do not want you, you're just going to be sold. Do we take a small aquatic? Do we look at non-weapon? I just have to, like, check if we are perma-hasting, which I think we are. Yeah, I think this stuff is perma-hasted, so... Let's see, do we tax max health? Yeah, I think we just go max health here. I can't imagine what I want from the other shops. Okay, we're probably gonna go fight Mr. Bonky Boy. And yeah.
Don't be a hero.
What else would be nice? A gold bar is also pretty good. Buffing the slow on the illusory makes it... I mean, like, it's a 5-second slow 1 for 3. It's not too bad.
Okay.
It's not a terrible piece. And we did get the slow buffer, okay. Okay, probably taking the loot. Don't really need to fill our board with anything else. Another mysterious portal. For Dooley. Treated us well. The previous mysterious portal treated us well. This one, not so much. Don't think I want to do any sort of pivot into like a drill. But I think it would have been really cool if we saw this early. And we try to build something with it. And yeah, I don't think there's anything off the top of my head from Dooley that I want. So I'm going to save the 6. And I'm happy to take a fight, yeah. Ooh, Firebird. I think we beat you just off how much scaling we got. But let's play it a bit safe. And let's... yeah, we just do the cooldowns. Like so, right. So yeah, I was just moving stuff off the board so the cooldowns were higher. So we get more value. I almost skipped the fight. I have done that in the past. Yeah, so I think this fight's really easy. He doesn't have that much offense. But he does have essentially 6,400 HP, so if you can't do a lot of damage to him, he can win. If you can't build up like enough shield to survive the storm, he'll beat you. Okay, they want me to get a fiery flagship. Okay, I feel very strong. I feel hints of a 10-piece, but you never know. Sometimes you find some big fish that just wipe you out. That's what I've learned in this game. There's always a bigger fish.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
I think that I've seen a few builds that insta-win a fight as it starts, so I will never feel like I'm too strong. Oh, hello. So it gives it a little bit of damage, and it gives it 4% crit. Okay, well, let's have a look here. Let's first look at figureheads sort of enchants. Okay, they look pretty rubbish. There's like a burn 3, a poison 2. Okay. Then we look at spices, buffs, like stuff that already has burn, like your burn items gain. Okay. So it's probably not that. And a flagship. So a little bit of burn. But the burn also scales with the spices. And what's nice is you'll sometimes run into opponents where the damage can't get through to them. Like they build up enough shield that your damage is just not working out. But sometimes you can build enough burn that it just stacks so much that it cuts through them. If I got heavy, you know, I'd be okay. Icy is very big. Haste is kind of meh. Shield is pretty good. Heal is pretty good. Radiant is pretty good. Deadly is also pretty good. Shiny is probably one of the weaker shinies in the game. And Lifesteal is also good. So I kind of feel like Turbo is the one I'm least interested in. And I'm also not the biggest fan of slow, but it's okay. So we have a lot of options. So Do we just take the burn? And we have a bit of scaling damage, but I mean the spices is the bigger scaling damage. And we have 4%. Huh. You know what? I'm going to take the fire burn just because these fiery skills kind of, you know, told me to. I think it would have been better to go for the painter. You never know if you're going to hit that icy, but the game was dropping hints that I should go fiery, and you know, I'm not going to argue with the game.
No sale. I want what's right.
Okay, we don't really need you. Like, you as econ. Eh. Barrel, no. I mean, you win fights, this gains some value, but... I mean, does it work from stash? I don't think so. Should I just buy it to see? 4 gold to test it out.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't work from stash.
I like the
But I mean,
other
it will pay for itself after a few fights. So we just get to see that. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone run this. I don't think it's strong enough. We go to the shop and maybe find shielded enchants. Or we just play it safe and get some max HP for 10 gold. I think that is better. I think our board is quite locked in. Okay, so you have something to do with slow. You have a skill that when you slow, you charge a burn item. Okay. It's interesting, especially if we get a little bit more burn in the build. Could maybe charge the boat to just keep popping off. The items, I don't think I care for. Although a spices flamethrower is interesting, but also Cosmic Rock is just such a good monster to fight. But the game has been telling us to go burn, so let's keep going burn. And we do have a tiny bit of slow in here. The game betrayed us by not giving us the skill, okay. Would we want to spend money and look at different shops? 38 is not too much money, to be honest. Would I be sad if I wasted all my money? Maybe. Loot is good. Skills is nice. Let's go gamble a bit. Haste items, could have a captain's wheel, but I don't even think we need it upgraded. Gumballs. So on average we'd get 2.5% crits. It could actually be the angle. It's just like a very safe choice, which I think I'll do just to potentially get that crit. So we grab the 5. Ooh, we got 3 blue ones, which is better than average. And how many blue ones again? 1 blue one. So yeah, that's pretty good. And I think I'll go monster loot here, probably with an emphasis on cooldown. So 2% on everything or 6% on one thing. I am leaning towards... I mean, you getting lower cooldown is good, you getting lower cooldown is good, and you getting lower cooldown is also good. You are okay. So, but you are our big baby. So I think putting it on the big baby is the best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you and I'm going to put it on the big baby. And we put you back in. And burn skills, slow skills, and Vanessa skills. So let's have a look at Vanessa skills. I don't know them too well off the top of my head. So we go Vanessa and not pig and duty skills. So when you crit, you charge. Okay, reduce the cooldown of aquatic is very nice. Weapon cooldown is pretty good. Charge items, pretty good. Your leftmost weapon has lifesteal. Okay, these are looking really good. Flurry of blows I know is good. Okay. I like...
I won't fight that.
these.
Teach you how.
Okay, this is like needs a buff, I think. I don't think it's strong enough. Well, we have 3 aquatics, so it gives 9 damage. Although when you crit freeze, that is just standardly good. But I feel like we saw better options. Do I reroll? Like the safe players take the crit, but let's gamble it a bit. Okay, haste 2 for 2 is interesting, and also when you use a weapon charge. And also extra crit as the fight's gone. These are all pretty good. Huh. These are all good. This is gold. So it starts me off really quick, but this can get my crit up pretty nicely. Let's take the immediate start.
Just a girl. You've come a long way, lady.
But I see cases for
Go ahead.
either one of those.
It makes this more fun.
And there was also Flurry of Blows, which, I mean, if I could guarantee I charge the flagship, I'm happy, but I might charge some of the items that I'm not, like, super crazy about. Wow. Rinse that guy. Okay, what are we on? We're on 12 prestige. So right now we can use 2 more fights. But as the days go on, that luxury might fall to 1. Okay, so do we do another gamble where we look for crits? Might be. This build is looking quite locked in. I highly doubt we find a medium that replaces the captain's wheel. So yeah. It's a gamble angle. We're not like too strapped for money. But yeah, we should also just keep money in case we see like what are we keeping an eye out for? Like skills, you know. I think let's go Finn.
Food is life.
Grab some regen, a little bit of max health.
Haters for it.
And lifesteal is very nice. And is probably the deciding factor, yeah. You also have a spices, but we won't be getting the spices, so yeah.
Don't mistake.
The dream is to get the lifesteal, but strength is also quite nice. And yeah, with this aquatic rush, it just feels like we turn on so quick.
I yield to your skill.
This will activate in the first second, and then... Ooh, I'm happy with strength, yeah. Definitely above average results. Max health, sure. But this time, let's do 5. Want to keep some money for skills. And large, would we swap? I don't think we would swap our large to anything, to be honest. So I think we either get some money here or the temp boost. I think without a temp boost, we still have a very good chance of winning. And you are the slow synergy. Yeah. We definitely... Ooh, get gold tier gunpowder. I mean, we reload it, but like... The thinking is, if we take the gunpowder, we can maybe run a different item? Yes. So I'm actually thinking we take the gunpowder. And we get rid of the horn, actually. Because by the time 3 spices have gone off, it's like... Okay, either you're dead or I'm dead. And then we just take 20% crit. I think that looks good. And what we might also see as the game goes on, this 100 damage is going to start falling off. It might fall off, but it might stay relevant. But the impact of that 100 damage is going to start reducing. So it might become a case as the game goes on to put these on the left. But for now, I want that damage.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with.
And Vanessa's amulet is good. You could also look for... What do we need? We need a property, but we're not going to be getting a property, so... Wow, this is turning out to be quite a strong build. I'm hoping we don't hit some sort of wall in the next couple of days. Because, I mean, what do we need to go to? We need to win day 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, it's starting to get hairy. I'm happy to go to Ayla. We might find the upgraded flagship. So I doubt any of these are ever going to replace the flagship. And we found a cannonade. Cannonade would mean... Would you ever run a cannonade? I mean, I like the spices synergy, you know? Because the thing is, you question if you go cannonade, and let's say you remove the 3 small items. And you get like a 300 cannonade with a flagship shooting. Although you are losing synergies now. But imagine you didn't lose the synergies. The problem you run into is if your flat damage doesn't kill them. Because with this, we have like a failsafe of the spices buff up the flagship to like push through a fight we stall in. So it's an interesting thing. If we had like a different sort of board that wasn't so set up, we'd go for it. Okay, so Lighthouse is definitely not being run. And we are looking for the blue gumballs for the crit. And I see a big fight there that I think I can easily take. This is when you use a small charge, but I think it's just safer to take the gold, the XP. Do I care about any of your skills? That's something. I don't think we care about the captain's wheel being hasted, but an illusory ray hasted, you know, goes to 2 seconds, slow 5. Okay, a bit of a miss. Alrighty, upgrading the flagship I think gives me 25 damage. So let's check. Flagship. Yes, 25 damage. But it multicasts... Oh, you can hear my cat. It multicasts, so it's 100 damage in essence. But upgrading the damage also means the spices are upgraded. So let's take the safe route of the flagship upgrade. You could also make a case that take a skill, because in a shop you might find the flagship anyway, you know. And getting... You could maybe on a skill get something worth more than 25 damage. So yeah. Burn items. Maybe like something instead of the amulet, you know. But it's unlikely, but let's go look. Fiery Pearl Diamond. Well, the shield is not being scaled, so I don't think it's worth anything. I think it's greedy to reroll, but I'm feeling a bit greedy. Ooh, wow. Okay. I think that is a lot better than the amulet.
Farewell.
That's a big hit. 4 seconds, and it's hasted at the start of the fight, and it gets hasted by the captain's wheel. We are cooking. Peat is quite a weak item. I don't think I've ever seen people run peat. But wow, Fiery Silencer. It's like this game has pushed me into the fire route. I think we go pearls. Unlikely we find an item to actually slot in, I would say. But maybe we just get something that's profit. And just sell it. Maybe it gives us like out of combat utility. So we could just grab 8 gold now. But let's roll a bit and maybe we find some out of combat utility. So this is 8 plus 6, 14 gold. Maybe that's just worth it. Yeah, I think let's just grab the 14. And no reason to sell now, so... Let's fight Mr. Pygmalion.
Ammo for a captain, but I've seen my share of stores.
I have a gut feeling that it's just going to be Pygmalions from here on in. He's got the fixer-upper, 2 seconds. He's got a shielded Caltrops. This might be something that takes us out. Let's see. Ooh, it did not. The spices ended up outscaling him. I was a bit scared when I saw Caltrops, but it's not a high damage Caltrops. I think he's running it more for some shielding utility. But yeah, I think he would ideally want to replace this soon. He has no shield scaling. The energy potion is nice, but it needs maybe some gunpowder in it. Cool, I was scared a bit at the start of that fight, but cleaned him once the spice is activated. Some chocolate, some small items. I mean, finding the silencer again.
If you have to ask the price.
Silencer would be nice. You are ammo. We've got ammo already. Don't really care about you. So we'll reroll. That's a miss. It might have been grab the Clamorer because... for like maybe some synergy with at the start of the fight slow, but... Okay, we're gonna sell everything here to maximize our chances of hitting the silencer upgrade. That's what we really want. Cool. Okay, now you might say it's a bit redundant to upgrade this because things are already perma-hasted, but I think it's good in case like the captain's wheel gets slowed or frozen, that things stay hasted for just a tad longer. Okay, we don't really care about property value. He's gonna slow us a fair bit, but I think we still beat you, and you know, maybe you run his skill where he freezes at the start of the fight. Invigorating Cold would also be pretty nice. We just have to pick up a skill that freezes. I think off the top of my head, the best one would be at the start of the fight. Well, we haste at the start of the fight, and then it's like when you haste, freeze, and then when you freeze, you gain haste. So a Sapphire, probably not being run. Let's see, what are we running here? Maybe a Knife Tricks is good. You're not a tool. Oh, this is the slow one. Haste 3 burn items. We are already hasting both of our aquatics for 2. I think the slow is just crazy. I think that will lock them out like hard. Because I'm gonna go off like in 1 to 2 seconds with the fiery flagship. And it's gonna go 4 times. So it's gonna be spitting out a lot of slow. I think we travel a little bit. Monster loot's good. Skill upgrades. Command ship, maybe. All these small ones are also pretty decent, so let's take it. Okay, so command ship, 20 gold for a bit less, or 4% crit. Let's go command ship. It gets the spices off a bit sooner. Unlikely we hit on a medium shop, so let's just take the XP from networking. Another Pygmalion. Like I said, we're probably just going to see pigs from now on.
We're out to dethrone a king,
What kind of pig am
not
I
to
scared of?
squabble.
Ice Club pig could be scary since we don't have Radiant. This is a Lion's Cane Caltrops. That is a fat Lion's Cane. But yes, the slow is just doing so much. That was a very big pickup. Whole board slowed. What got to go off? His shiny Regal Blade didn't get to go off. His Lion's Cane. His fat dog. Sorry for you, sir, but we are kind of high rolling. Yes, Kitty, hello. Ooh. Okay, let's look at figurehead with haste. What do you do? When you use an adjacent item, haste one item. I mean... Silencer, do you do anything with haste? Probably not what we need. When you use the item to the left. Spices with haste. These are all I mean, it's better than nothing, but... So I'm guessing a loser ray is haste 1 second, because it's a small item. A loser ray. Haste 1 for 2. And then figurehead said haste 1 for 3.
Overthrowing tyrants, liberation, and such.
It's probably just turbo figurehead. This would double the haste, but it's like, eh. So yeah, let's put on the figurehead. Kind of helps our board to stay perma hasted. Take the loot definitely, looking for cooldown reduction. We got fiery, that's something. Don't really care about larges, so we'll grab some gumballs. Already got 2 blues, so I'm happy. And we either take more XP or we take potential crit chance or something. Slow when you use an item. I think let's take the XP. Do we care about running district? Probably not. I think this is way stronger.
See that plank? Walk it.
And we hit 16 now for an upgrade, but what do we upgrade? We'd probably just take a skill. I don't even think we care about upgrading a loser. Let's grab chocolates. I will be a bit of a big spender and sell them. Actually, let me take the upgrade before I do that. Ooh, the game is just trying to give it to me. Trying to give me everything. I think it has to be the cooldown, right? Crit is also decent, but just 3.4 on the ship. What happens if we put it here? 2.4 on the ship. That's a quick ship. Maybe we just temp boost it to kind of secure the victory. I think I might actually take damage just because we care about blowing them up. Another pig. No ice club. I'm trying to think if we get a radiant offered, do we swap to radiant? And I think we do. Because I feel like that's the way we maybe lose. Okay, he slowed me. I slow you back. And I'm stacking up the burn. Big. We're at 21% crits. Oh, this guy even hit the double value skill. He was quite big. I don't think you care too much for running this sort of stuff in the property build. You'd rather have like a deed and yeah. But I mean, he was pretty strong. Very quick fixer-upper, but we are a fair bit stronger. And I think if we didn't hit the spices, like we might have hit a wall in these fights, but the spices with the extra ammo is just getting it done. Oh, I will happily take that. Down to a 3.2. That's a 2.3. Courier, yes. Give me some crits. Give me some cooldown. I'll take a teensy tiny bit of damage. And you guys don't sell for anything, so let's reroll. I think a reroll's worth it, yeah? Increase the haste. Definitely not on Flagship. Maybe on figurehead, but maybe it's just like it might be overkill. But we are running out of things to like. For a long time we didn't have anything to spend our money on, so We might just do it. Next to you. And yeah, let's just get it on there, I think. Okay, it really wants me to fight this guy over and over again, so let's do it. I think level 17 doesn't really have anything interesting. I think it's just going to be loot.
Pathetic, as spineless
Get another
as
balcony from our friend. So we are a lot of burn, but I actually think the utility of a freeze is stronger in the late game. But I will take a look at Vanessa. So we go skills, Vanessa, burn, right? No, when you use your leftmost, no, fall below, burn. Maybe I don't even tick Vanessa. Yeah, these don't seem like crazy. And I can't think off the top of my head what burn item I'm like really looking for. When you freeze reload, no, but when you crit freeze, I think we maybe just take that. It is silver, which is a bit sad, but you know, what can you do? I think let's temp boost. It's unlikely we hit something in the shop. Let's maximize our damage. Usually I will take the health in most cases, but with the spices, multicast synergizes quite well. Okay, we are looking for... We either take the health, or we look for a high roll on the XP, and we maybe level up. If we hit 4 plus the XP from this day, we could level up. And we like to gamble, so sadly we missed. Always remember not to gamble. Alright, hopefully last fight of the game. We are scared of a very fast boulder, but that might be in a few days' time. It's a submarine angle with a turbo, not like an icy submarine, so looking good. But he is healing it up. There we go. Managed to cut through it. Was getting a bit dicey near the end, but our scaling is a lot better than his scaling. Alrighty, that was quite a fun one.
Our real fight is on Pelago.
Vanessa Flagship. With our inventory a bit glitched out, but yeah, early game we were, I think day 2 we were like, ooh, we're in a bit of a rough spot. Day 3 we found a flagship, and yeah, it gave us a lot more tempo, put us in a good spot, and just managed to find some good pickups. We got the captain's wheel, good synergy with the flagship. We managed to find the spices, which gave us a little bit of scaling in the fight. The diamond figure eight was like a big boost in damage. And then I would say to close it out, you know, we got lucky with the fiery silencer. We took a fiery flagship, but I don't think it was essential to the success of this run. And despite some item luck, I think we did get lucky with items. We also got pretty lucky with skills, I would say. Command ship is solid. This at diamond was doing so much work. Reducing aquatic cooldowns is big, and starting the fight hasted was also pretty big. So yeah, fun run. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.